You don't have to accept everything that comes through the door. In fact, I would highly recommend that you don't.
Originating from deep inside the Rocky Mountains, transported through the power of the internet, and arriving inside your tiny earbuds. It's the Appraiser Coach Podcast, helping appraisers increase their efficiency, quality, and make more money. Here's the guy who makes it his life's mission to create value for real estate appraisers nationwide. Your host and the Appraiser Coach, Dustin Harris.
Hi, everybody. I want to share with you a practice in our office that we call the going away fee, or go away fee, or perhaps a go away turn time. As of this recording, we are very, very, very busy. We have been now for a couple of years. I don't know how long this will last. Maybe by the time this airs, we'll have slowed down. But as of this recording, we are crazy, crazy busy. I want to share with you a principle and a practice that we use in our office that might be helpful to you as well. I want to pause here and remind you that we are sponsored by three great companies. One of them being, well, All-in-Mode Software. I've got it right in front of me. I've been working on it today. I work on it pretty much every day. It's absolutely wonderful. And I'm telling you, folks, it is amazing. Check them out. Go to allamode.com. ALAMODE.com or 800 Allamode. Datamaster, of course, Datamaster is saving appraisers like yourself time. If they are in your area and you need to check them out, go to datamasterusa.com. Again, datamasterusa.com. Finally, sponsored by Working RE Magazine. Working RE is helping appraisers to be informed in their career of choice. It's workingre.com. Working RE is in workingrealestate.com. All right, folks, we're talking today about this crazy volume that's going on right now, at least as of this recording. We're super, super busy. I don't know about you, but when COVID started, I honestly predicted, just going to put myself out there and just admit, I thought things would slow down. I thought that they had been busy for a while. I thought this might be the thing that would cause real estate to kind of slow down a bit, and I started preparing for that. Of course, I've been preparing for years because you never know when this is going to happen, but started, I guess, mentally preparing myself for a slowdown, and we all know what happened, right? Things did not slow down. They doubled, tripled, quadrupled, and it was nuts, and we had our best year ever in 2020. We're on tap to do the same and beat our all-time best year in 2021. Things are busy, folks. It's crazy, crazy busy. And I'll tell you, I got off a staff meeting this morning. In fact, we had two staff meetings. I had one staff meeting with the whole staff, and we have there's about 12 of us now that work at Appraisal Precision, and we meet via Zoom. In fact, all of us work from home, and that's worked out well for us. And we met via Zoom today, and we went over several things. And then after that, I had an appraisers meeting, so just the appraisers, not the assistants, and we all met together. And it was a similar theme. And the gist of the meeting, obviously we talk about a lot of things in our staff meeting, but one of the biggest topics, if you will, today was volume. And one of the things that I said to them is something that I will tell you as well. Folks, I'm not a greedy capitalist that feel like we have to say yes to every single order out there. And right now we're overworked and everybody's stressed, and I don't like it. That's not why I did this. I did not become an appraiser, and I certainly didn't grow an appraisal empire to be stressed out and to be constantly putting out fires and dealing with people complaining because they've got too much to do and they're working too many hours and they're working weekends and they're working holidays. And why do we do that? Why do we do that? Yes, I understand the argument that, hey, Dustin, you make hay when the sun shines, right? I've heard that from the time I was, okay, really? Folks, the sun's been shining for a couple years now. Do you really want to keep making hay? Now, I have no problem slowing things down. In fact, I've set up my business in such a way that it really does not affect my pocketbook all that much to slow down. Yes, we did over $1 million last year. Yes, we're going to do over $1 million this year, right? But what I actually take home, though that has increased the last couple of years, it's not dramatically increased. Why? Because a lot of this goes back out the door in payroll, and specifically goes back out the door in commission payroll. And I think that's key. Set up your office in such a way that the, again, cyclical business that we find ourselves in, and if you don't think we're cyclical, go back and look at housing trends over the last 100 years. Folks, we are due. I'm not asking for or predicting a crash. But I do think things, and I know things will adjust at some point. Now, will it be as dramatic as we saw in 2009, 2010? I don't think so. Will it be a crash because of a bubble? I don't see this as a bubble. I could maybe do a whole podcast on that. But I see things differently this time. But are we due for a correction? Absolutely. Will things slow down? Absolutely. Will people get to the point that they've refied out? Absolutely. Will purchases slow down? Absolutely. Will we need to see more private work to keep ourselves busy? Absolutely, right? All of these things I've been teaching on this microphone for many, many years. But here's the thing, folks. You don't have to accept everything that comes through the door. In fact, I would highly recommend that you don't. Folks, this is a good problem to have. This is what they call a diamond problem. right? This is an issue that many other individuals, and by the way, I've seen many businesses go out of business through the pandemic, and my heart goes out to those individuals who lost restaurants or other careers. Folks, we're very, very lucky. This, for right or wrong, and the pandemic was horrible, and things were bad, and I feel guilty even saying this next thing, but the pandemic's been nothing but good for appraisers. Now, I know many of you have loved ones that were hurt financially, that were health-wise. Many of you have lost people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, if anything, the pandemic has been a boon to the appraisal business. Now, that being said, I see too many of my colleagues who, frankly, don't feel like they can say no. Well, these are my clients. I've got to serve them. If they've got orders that need done, I've got to do them. Folks, if you are killing yourself off trying to keep up with these orders, you're doing it wrong. Let me repeat that. If you're killing yourself off, working too many hours, too much away from your family, too much away from vacation, you're doing it wrong. I know appraisers who have not taken a vacation in 2 years because they just can't. They're too busy. Folks, come on. Baloney. You're not too busy. It's okay to slow down a bit. It's okay to say no. It's okay to send them the going away fee. Let me share with you what that looks like here in just a little bit. I want to pause here, of course, remind you that we are sponsored by 3 great companies. One of them, of course, being DataMaster, saving appraisers time. Folks, if you are busy, and who's not, and we've been talking about that today, you're going to want to be able to do more with less. And DataMaster allows you to do that. If you have DataMaster in your area and you're not using it, I would ask you, what the heck are you waiting for? Jump on, become a part of the team, utilize it in your business. It will make all the difference in the world. DatamasterUSA.com, DatamasterUSA.com. Working RE Magazine is where I go to find out what's going on in the appraisal world. Frankly, folks, a lot of the information that I'm sharing with you today about the market and being cyclical and the options that we have out there regarding fees, for example, Working RE every year does a fee survey. If you want to know what fees are normal in your area, you got to check that out. WorkingRE.com. Just type in fee survey. You'll find that information. It's great information. Lots of good information found in this magazine. WorkingRE.com. Again, WorkingRE.com. Finally, we are sponsored by Alamode. Alamode is the software that I've been using and will continue to use because it brings value to my life. Alamode, folks. Yes, it's CoreLogic. Yes, they have all kinds of data at their disposal. I think that's a good thing. And I'm telling you, the tools that they utilize in their software is absolutely amazing. Alamode.com, or pick up the phone and call them at 800-ALAMODE. Welcome back, folks. I was telling you about a staff meeting I had earlier today where I reminded my staff that we don't have to say yes to everything. Now, it's hard to say no. It really is, especially when it comes to your client, especially when you say, well, man, if I don't service them well during this time, how are they going to treat me when things slow down? I get that feeling. I understand that feeling. Frankly, I think there's something to that. That being said, it should not come at the expense of your health and your family and your relationships and your life. Slow down. Enjoy life. I keep thinking this is going to slow down, and it doesn't. It just keeps busier. Well, that doesn't mean that you have to be busier. Folks, it's okay to say no. In fact, let me give you a little tool, little principle that we use in our office that will allow you to say yes on your terms. It's called the go-away fee. And we use that term frequently. When my office manager reaches out to me and says, hey, listen, we're super busy, but so-and-so contacted us, they want us to do this particular appraisal. What do you think? I will often say, well, give them the go-away fee. Well, what is that? The go-away fee, folks, is basically a fee that is so high that it would be absolutely ridiculous to most people. Okay? And my guess is they will go away. Now, I don't suggest that you do this to your clients on a regular basis. I suggest that you keep this tool in your tool bag for unique situations. Okay, I'm going to give you one in just a little bit. But the idea of the go-away fee is basically say, listen, I am so busy. I don't have a life right now. I don't have time to eat. I don't have time to spend with my wife and my kids. I don't have time to vacation. I need my life back or I'm going to burn myself out. I'm doing what my dad referred to when I was a kid. Son, you're burning the candle at both ends, right? I never knew what that meant, but I get it now. Folks, if you're building or burning the candle at both ends, or you have too many irons in the fire, that's another one that you brought up. Folks, it's time to start employing the go-away fee. The go-away fee basically looks like this. We would love to do this appraisal for you. However, our fee is X, and our turn time is this. And basically, both of those will seem so ridiculous that client will go away. That's the go-away fee. Or the alternative is that client will actually say, okay. And at that point, you don't feel put upon. Because at that point, that fee is high enough, that turn time is long enough that you're like, okay. Now, let me give you a true life example of the go-away fee. Now, this is an extreme example. This doesn't happen very often, okay? But I had one several months ago that I shared with my All-Star team that I'll share now here with you on the podcast. I was driving down the road. I remember where I was. It was a Thursday, and I was contacted by my office manager, and she said, there is an appraisal that needs to be done in fill-in-the-blank city. Now, this city is not a place that we go normally. It's about an hour and a half one way. Now, I typically take Fridays off. That's something I've done for a long, long time for my own sanity and for the sanity of my family. This was Thursday. She said, this has to be in by Monday, which means you've got to go out there tomorrow. And I said, I'm not going out there tomorrow. It's my day off. And she goes, I know. I just was throwing it out there. Tell me what you want me to do. And I said, give them the go away fee. She says, what is that on this one? She'll typically say that. And I say, I don't know, $6,500. Now, granted, this was a unique property. Okay, it was on the river. It was a little bit of a unique property in that it had a guest house in an area that guest houses are not real common, but it wasn't impossible. Normally, that would have been about a $1,500, maybe a $2,000 fee. Okay, just to give you some perspective, that would be a normal fee for that area for that type of property. Now, I know that's high for a lot of you who are like, what, $2,000 for an appraisal? Folks, that's not that uncommon where I work. It really isn't. Now, it's not our normal fee. Our normal fee averages around $550 to $600. But on unique properties, it's not unusual to ask for more than $1,000. It's really not that unusual to get $2,500, $3,000, $3,500. But I gave them the go-away fee, which was, ready for this? Are you sitting down? $6,500. Why? Because I had plans on Friday. I didn't want to break my plans. I didn't want to do that appraisal. I didn't want to work through the weekend to get it done. Again, they wanted it on Monday. This was Thursday. They wanted it on Monday. I said, give them the go-away fee. What is that? $6,500, knowing that they would go away. That's what a go-away fee is all about. 10 minutes later, she WhatsApped me. She sent me a message. She said, looks like you're going to such and such tomorrow. And I'm like, no way. And she said, oh yeah, way. They've tried everybody else and they're willing to pay it. They need it done that bad. Okay, guess what? I rearranged my schedule. My wife was very understanding at $6,500. I wondered if I would even get paid on this, but I can tell you that the check is now firmly deposited in the bank. Folks, this is the go-away fee. The go-away fee should be so high that if they decide to say yes and not go away, that you're rejoicing and saying, holy smokes, okay, that's cool, I can do that, right? The non-go-away fee is that you constantly accept low fees, that you constantly accept these orders that are putting you down and causing you to work long hours, and it's not worth it. Try the go-away fee. Try implementing things in your life that will allow you to get your business back, to get your life back, to get your marriage back, fill in the blank, right? Those of you who have not taken a vacation in a couple years, what the heck are you doing? Why are you doing this? It's not worth it. I don't care how much money you're making. It's not worth it. Go-away fees are awesome. Now, I wouldn't suggest that most of the time you offer $6,500, okay? I don't either. But we typically offer high enough that it's like, you know what? For that, I'd be willing to do it. And I'm telling you, folks, in a market like we have today, now you got to be careful, right? Long term, this may not work, but short term, you got to take care of yourself. And the practice of the go-away fee has done it for us. Speaking of principles and practices that you can implement in your everyday office, folks, this is the kind of stuff that we talk about on a daily basis in the All-Star Team. One of the things that I do frequently in the All-Star Team, and it's on Facebook, it's a private group, and yes, you have to subscribe to be a part of it, is on probably a weekly basis, I do what's called Facebook Live, where I might be driving down the road, I might be at a property, I might be out and about, I might be at my home, and I turn on Facebook Live and I share a principle or a practice like this with the group. Folks, if you want to up your game, I highly recommend that you become a part of the All-Star Team. You can find out more at memberships at theappraisercoach.com. Again, theappraisercoach.com/memberships.
You've been listening to the Appraiser Coach podcast with Dustin Harris. If you like what you hear, please give us a 5-star rating and post a short review on iTunes. For more in-depth insider information on how you can make more money as a real estate appraiser, visit theappraisercoach.com and sign up for the All-Star Team today. Thanks for joining us. And now, get out there and create some value.